So welcome to another Chris show. You know, last time we were really divulging about Doja Cat. In the last 2 days, a lot of shit, particularly a lot of racist shit has been going down, and it was just enough for me that I had to speak on it. If you don't know about this Amy Cooper dog situation in New York, and then we also have, apparently if you do forgery, that's worth your life in Minnesota because a black man was held against his own. Police officer had a shoulder on his knee and he was saying I can't breathe, and then he eventually lost his life that day. I'm going to go into that as well. And then lastly, to get away from those two racist things, we're going to touch on another racist thing. We have Doja Cat. She issued her apology on Instagram Live. I'm going to go into if I thought it was sincere or she just covering her tracks. So make sure you're subscribed and you turn on notification bell for all my videos so you can be notified as soon as these Chris shows drop. Because as you know, the news just keeps getting crazier and crazier in this 2020, so be sure to tune in. So Amy Cooper, it's not a person you would know off the top of your name, but she's probably well known now. She's this lady in New York, Central Park, where you're supposed to keep a dog on a leash. And then we have Christian Cooper. Not related. Amy Cooper's white, Christian Cooper's black, and Christian Cooper is an avid bird watcher. And in New York, especially Central Park, there's like 230 different kinds of birds, and if a dog isn't on a leash, the dogs typically chase the birds away or mess up their habits. Either way, there's a reason that dogs are on leashes at that park, and for bird watchers, it's very important to them. And so when Christian saw this dog that wasn't on his leash, he carries treats around. Typically, he would toss it in that area because if a dog owner sees a person that doesn't know giving his treat, it typically puts the dog back on its leash. All things are considered, it's all safe. But that's not how things went in this circumstances. Amy Cooper was highly offended. She took into her white privilege apparently, said I'm gonna call the cops. Instead of me just giving this full rundown, I'm gonna show you the full video. It's a minute long. Here we go.
Would you please stop? Sir, I'm asking you to stop.
Please don't come close to me.
Sir, I'm asking you to stop recording me.
Please don't come close to me.
Please take your phone off.
Please don't come close to
And
me.
I'm taking pictures and calling the cops.
Please call the cops. Please call the cops.
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Please tell them whatever you like.
Excuse me? I'm sorry, I'm in the ramble, and there is a man, African-American, he has a bicycle helmet. He is recording me and threatening me and my dog. There is an African-American man, I am in Central Park. He is recording me and threatening myself and my dog. And my... I'm sorry, I can't hear you either. I'm being threatened by a man in the ramble. Please send the cops immediately. I'm in Central Park in the ramble. I don't know.
Thank you.
But this divulges into the biggest problem. White people know when it comes to the cops, they can do whatever it is with black people and they're more than likely to get away with it because cops don't view us the same as they view white people. Apparently we're evil, apparently we're the devil, apparently everything we do is not good. Apparently you can call the cops about dog leashes and you're an African American, you're gonna get in trouble, you're gonna get beat up. Like, they know that privilege is there and they're using it to their advantage at this point. And that's where it's like, man, as a black person, I've seen white people that show more compassion for dogs than they do for us. And it's just like, where is that line drawn? Where is this equality? Where is this all people are born equal? Where is America is the land of opportunity? It's a land of opportunity for white people, apparently. It's a land of opportunity for us to be killed for stupid shit, apparently. But it's just like, and not even that. Christian Cooper is a Harvard graduate. He's done editing stuff for Marvel. So I've also heard white people be like, if you do the right thing, you live your life the right way, you'll never have to worry about this. But a Harvard graduate that's black has to worry about this. So whether you're at the top of the spectrum, you're at the lowest of the spectrum, we're all dealing with this bullshit with whether it's white people, whether it's cops, whether it's privilege. They just They take these matters into their own hands, and what are we supposed to do? We have to record it in order for us to get justice. If you don't know about the Ahmaud Arbery situation, that went 2 months until the video evidence of it got put up. Either way, our lives, our consideration, our thoughts aren't taken into consideration with these people. And we gotta take a stand. When you are in a confrontation where you feel uncomfortable with white people, pull out your phone and record it. If you feel uncomfortable with a situation with a cop, pull out your phone and record it. They're gonna try and tell you to not, but at the end of the day, video evidence is better than you being dead and it's he said, she said, and all that, because that's where we're at this point in life. And it's ridiculous that it's 2020 and we're still here, but this Amy Cooper bitch is just... Also, the Amy Cooper, so she rescued that dog from the shelter. She had so much backlash, she ended up giving the dog back, thankfully. She injured the dog many times. She's a terrible owner in the first place. She's also been placed on administrative leave from her job, Franklin Tempton. So you lost your job, you lost your dog. I heard she's banned from Central Park. All of this because you just didn't want to put your dog on the leash. And also, if you guys are watching the video, she was putting her dog in more danger from jerking it and all that stuff when having a confrontation with Christian Cooper than if she would have just put the dog on the leash and went on with her day. So let this be a lesson to you, white people. If you're gonna use your white privilege, use it correctly. Don't use it in a situation where it's gonna come up to bite your ass and now your life is ruined. Because we know you have it, we know you can utilize it. Not everyone utilizes, not everyone's a piece of shit person. I'm not gonna act like that, but we do have these Trumpers, make America great again, I can do whatever I want, people that are taking matters into their own hands. So we gotta take matters into our own hands at this point. So now we have another instance of police brutality. Apparently, you guys remember in middle school or high school when you had that little reading log and you forged your signature of your parents saying you read for 30 minutes when you didn't? Well, apparently, if you do that in the state of Minnesota, you're liable to have your life taken away if you're black, because this man, who apparently was a 40-year-old black man, was the suspect of forgery. The cops, I'm not gonna show the video. I don't even want to show a picture about it because, you know, it's a black life being taken away. But to give you the rundown, the cop's knee was on the guy's neck, shoulder area. So the cop was on the man's neck for 7 minutes. Apparently, he was resisting arrest. But if you're resisting arrest, does that mean you need to lose your life or have a knee on your neck for 7 minutes? No, that's just because that's police brutality. It's unnecessary. If he was white, he probably would have just been handcuffed, put in the car naturally, and moved on with his fucking day. But no, he's black, so we gotta lead by example. We gotta make an example of this person. We gotta put his neck on him. And I'm at this point where people are like, not all cops are bad, but his associate didn't do anything. He didn't step in, he didn't tell him to stop. So how is he a good cop even if he wasn't in that instance? Did he step in? Did he stand up? So no, he's not a good cop. I don't want to hear that shit no more. How are you a good cop when you're allowing that foolishness to still go on in 2020? We all know it's still rampant. We all hear the boys and stuff. If you can't stand up to your boy, how are you a good cop? Please, someone elaborate to me. If you allow this racism to continue to be ongoing and on-spewing, how are all these people good cops? This, you know, oh, for the 10% of bad cops, the 90% of good ones. I don't believe that anymore. How come these incidents keep on happening? Why aren't things being made for have this made better? Why aren't laws being made to have this? Why aren't cameras on these cops at all times? What is gonna be needed to be done for this shit to stop happening? I get tired of having to do this like all the time. This is like a monthly, a weekly, yearly. It's just like, how many times are we gonna see cops mistreat black people before laws are in place for this to not happen going forward? I know it's because they don't care for us because we're only the 13%, we're not the majority, but at what point is enough? That's all I really want to know, because a knee on your neck for 7 minutes, that's justified to you people? Like, I just always hear follow the law, do that, and everything will be good. But you could be a Harvard graduate and people are going to try to call the cops on you. You can be a bum and people are going to try to cops on you. You could be famous and people try and call the cops on you. So it's just, what can we do? And we all know that the most educated people aren't becoming cops. It's these people that be getting bullied in high school and I'm gonna show y'all what's up and everything. So I don't know what they got to do with the system, but the system is fucked up and they need to fix it. Lastly, Doja Cat. If you haven't seen my previous video, she did some full-on cooning. She chats with racists, she strips for them, she shows her feet to them, all this and the other. Spent 3 days ignoring it, and then she posted some bullshit apology on Instagram, the typical, I'm sorry this happened, and just, you know, denying all the allegations, and we took the didn't do nothing song out of consideration, and y'all can believe what she has to say, but I'm not. And she did an Instagram live. She did an Instagram live that's like 30 minutes. I'm not gonna go into it. But she came into it with bullet points. She knew what she was addressing and she knew what she was talking about. To me, she spent all this time figuring out how to try and seem sincere while, you know, mitigating the damage because her team made her have to do the damage control. So, you know, y'all can believe it, and probably most of her non-black fans accepted it because, you know, didn't do nothing, all the other stuff doesn't really pertain to them. But if you're a black person, you can support her if you want. I'm not. I know what she's about, and the fact that she was in those racist chats 6 days ago or a week ago now as I'm recording this video, that's all I need to know. You had a #1 hit. You could have distanced yourself away from that for good. But you wanted to go and double down on it. And you could have hid your face, you could have changed your name and did everything. You wanted to be Doja Cat and you wanted them to know. And you want to act like they're not racist people? That's fine. I don't believe you. And I don't have to believe you. And I'm not supporting you anymore. And that's just how it is. You lost someone for good. But for you people that have watched Doja's apology or saw the Instagram post, do you forgive her? Are you like, I'm going to give her a second chance? Or have you realized she's been in this news for a lot of racist stuff since she's been in it? Every time I heard Doja, it's always some controversy involved, and I'm not supporting it. You can support it, I'm not. So yeah, man, this was, like I said, you know, with Chris going forward, when things happen, I'm just gonna have to drop a video, instant reaction, let you know what's going on. This Amy Cooper situation is mind-numbing. All you had to do is put your dog on a leash and your life wouldn't be ruined like it is now. I don't feel bad for you. You want to take your right privilege and do what you had to do. And then this Minnesota cop, apparently if you forge something, you gotta have a knee on your shoulder for 7 minutes and your life can be taken for it. They better not be on paid leave. They better be fired. I mean, I could say this, but is it actually gonna happen? Who knows? You know, with the cop stuff, it's always fishy, it's always sketchy. I don't believe justice actually happens in those instances. And with Doja Cat, I don't believe it. It's not a sincere apology to me. If it's sincere to y'all, good for you. Support her going forward. I'm not. But as you know with Chris. But if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell for all my videos. So whenever I post these instant reaction videos, you can be notified as soon as possible. Like, comment, share this video with your friends if you enjoyed it. This Chris. I'm out. This motherfucker.